How to Love by Thich Nhat Hanh. Notes on Love. You are a flower. Every child is born in the garden of humanity as a flower. Each flower differs from every other flower. There are many messages in our society that tell us, even when we are young people, that there is something wrong with us, and that if we just buy the right products, or look a certain way, or have the right partner, that will fix it. As grown-ups, we can remind young people that they are already beautiful as they are. They don't have to be someone else. Watering the flower in a friend. One day I was giving a talk at our practice center in France. Two of the people in attendance were a couple from Bordeaux who visit our center on occasion. The woman was sitting in the front of the audience, and she was crying from the beginning of the talk to the end. After the talk, I went to her husband and told him, "Dear friend, your flower needs some water." He understood right away. After lunch, they drove home through the countryside, and he spent that hour and a half letting her know all the things he appreciated about her. When they arrived home, their children were surprised to see their mother and father so joyful. Transformation can happen very quickly. Hugging. In 1966, a friend took me to the Atlanta airport. When we were saying goodbye, she asked, "Is it alright to hug a Buddhist monk?" In my country, we're not used to expressing ourselves that way, but I thought, I'm a Zen teacher. It should be no problem for me to do that. So I said, "Why not?" And she hugged me. But I was quite stiff. While on the plane, I decided that if I wanted to work with friends in the West, I would have to learn the culture of the West. So I invented hugging meditation. Hugging meditation is a combination of East and West. According to the practice, you have to really hug the person you're holding. You have to make him or her very real in your arms. Not just for the sake of appearances, patting him on the back to pretend you are there, but breathing consciously and hugging with all your body, spirit, and heart. Hugging meditation is a practice of mindfulness. Breathing in, I know my dear one is in my arms, alive, breathing out. She is so precious to me. If you breathe deeply like that, holding the person you love, the energy of your care and appreciation will penetrate into that person, and she will be nourished and bloom like a flower. Body and mind. Body and mind are not two separate entities. What happens in the body will have an effect on the mind, and vice versa. Mind relies on the body to manifest, and body relies on mind in order to be alive, in order to be possible. When you love someone, you have to respect her, not only her mind, but also her body. You respect your own body, and you respect her body. Your body is you. Your body is your mind. The other person's mind and body are also connected. Spiritual practice. Spirituality doesn't mean a blind belief in a spiritual teaching. Spirituality is a practice that brings relief, communication, and transformation. Everyone needs a spiritual dimension in life. Without a spiritual dimension, it's very challenging to be with the daily difficulties we all encounter. With a spiritual practice, you are no longer afraid. Along with your physical body, you have a spiritual body. The practices of breathing, walking, concentration, and understanding can help you greatly in dealing with your emotions and listening to and embracing your suffering. and in helping you to recognize and embrace the suffering of another person. If we have this capacity, then we can develop a real and lasting spiritual intimacy with ourselves and with others. 3 kinds of intimacy. There are 3 kinds of intimacy: physical, emotional, and spiritual. These 3 should go together. Every one of us is seeking emotional intimacy. We want to have real communication, mutual understanding, and communion. We want to be in harmony with someone. When an intimate relationship contains all 3 elements, then physical intimacy is more meaningful and can be very healthy and healing. Empty sex. Sexual desire is not love. Sexual activity without love is called empty sex. If you satisfy your body, but do not satisfy your heart and your mind, are you satisfied? Do you feel whole and connected? When your body, heart, and mind are satisfied, sexual intimacy connects you more deeply with yourself and your partner. Saying no. Loving someone doesn't mean saying yes to whatever the other person wants. The basis of loving someone else is to know yourself and to know what you need. I know a woman who suffered very much because she couldn't say no. From the time she was young, whenever a man asked for something, she felt she had to say yes, even when she didn't want to. It's important that loving another person doesn't take priority over listening to yourself and knowing what you need. 3 strong roots. To keep our commitment to our partner and to weather the most difficult storms, we need strong roots. If we wait until there is trouble with our partner to try and solve it, we won't have built strong enough roots to withstand the assault. Often we think we are balanced, when in reality, that balance is fragile. We only need a slight breeze to blow for us to fall down. A juniper tree has its roots planted deep in the heart of the earth. As a result, it is solid and strong. But some trees that appear to be quite steady need only one raging storm to knock them down. Resilient trees can weather a violent storm because their roots are deep and firm. The roots of a lasting relationship are mindfulness, deep listening, and loving speech, and a strong community to support you.